So you know the ones where you're listening to a song that you really like and you're like, that's my tune. That's my tune. Hey, this is Jojo B and this is episode 37 of That's My Tune, the podcast providing song reviews and interviews. Last Friday, had a bonus episode interviewing Amoge regarding her song Too Late. Today, I am interviewing Krash Williams regarding his song Them Other Rappers. He's a London-based rapper and you're going to hear from him after this track. So sit back, relax, and I'll be right back. Enjoy! So everyone, I'd like to introduce you to Krash Williams. Yeah!
What's good?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. I'm all right, man. Just chilling, man.
Cool.
Yourself?
Yeah, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. I'm real good, man. Just out here, just chilling and stuff. You know how we do.
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah, man. So, yeah. Where should we start? Should we start with the song first? Yeah, let's start with the song. Why not? So you released a track called Them Other Rappers. That's an interesting title. So yeah, tell me more about that. What inspired you to write it? Like, talk to me.
Okay, cool. So with Them Other Rappers, in terms of the instrumental wise, like that was through a DJ, like a good friend of mine who's a DJ, who actually produces as well. So that's like a different story. But when I actually like asked him for the beat, I changed the arrangement a little bit, but I sat on it and I just kind of felt like, like when you hear a certain beat and it talks to you.
Yeah.
And it tells you, whatever you're going to write on this, this is the sort of energy I need you to bring.
Right.
Like I read the energy from the beat and then I wrote. So it wasn't necessarily a concept that I had in my mind, but it was a concept that kind of manifested from the beat itself. So then I just said to myself, you know what, like it's got to be something with conviction. It's got to be something where, I'm not kind of beating around the bush. I'm very blunt. It doesn't need to be like super like, because I love flows. I'm a flow man. It could be like flows for days, but I didn't really want that. I wanted something that had a clear message, and something that kind of might rub people the wrong way in a certain sense, so that's when other rappers came around.
Okay then, so what made you want to challenge those other rappers and like the typical themes that they tend to talk about? Like, what made you go for that?
Well, for me, it was kind of like, I also kind of had to look at it from my perspective of, an artist who, okay, fine, I've established myself in other ways, like behind the scenes. But in terms of musically, I want people to be aware of what I'm about. And by doing that, I feel like that would only do me a service in terms of my integrity, So that's kind of where it came from. And the game is like, especially like the rap game, it can be quite superficial. It's always had its superficial moments,
right?
It always will. But I just feel like, with social media, there's so many cool things that can happen. But then there's a lot of stuff that gets kind of, I don't know, mixed in. Like people think that automatically because you do numbers,
right,
you're great. But I don't know, man. That's not really how I see things,
I hear that. So let's go back to what you touched briefly on the production side. Tell me more about the DJ and how you got the beat off him and stuff like that.
Cool. So shouts out to DJ Design. So yeah, I mean, I had a radio show.
Yeah.
I've been an artist before that, but I had a radio show for a few years,
right,
on Westside Radio, and DJ Design was one of the DJs on that station. He still is there.
Okay.
And basically, while I was there, I was kind of like one of those people where, okay, cool, like I'm having fun with the presenting thing, but I always knew that like I needed to kind of still do my music thing. So every now and then I would do like a little bit of music stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just one of those people where, you know, like where you have peers where they just show love. Like, it's not that he had to show love.
Yeah.
It's just that he did.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the feeling was mutual. It was kind of like, yo, I respect what you do. He's like this sick scratcher, you know, proper like hip hop head, but like he loves the new school stuff as well. And I feel like that's kind of where I lie. I don't shun everything that's new, and I don't love everything that's old either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, you know, it's a mixture of the two. And he's you know, he's a lot older than me, so I just kind of had a lot of respect for him as someone who's been in this for time. And anyways, he posted like a snippet of this beat, and I was like, yo, this beat is mad. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm the type of person where if I really rock with you and you're a creative, I don't have to collaborate with you, but I might find a way to make it work, especially if I have just like a relationship with you, like where we can just chat. We don't even need to talk about music, but we can just have like a normal conversation. Then I'll kind of push for that if I can. And this was that. And I just said to him, bro, you know, I really want to work with you. And then he was like, yeah, cool. Let me know what you need if you want to change things here and there. And I was like, all right, cool. And then I had another friend who I've known since like primary school, who just happens to be a bad boy guitarist. And, you know, once again, it's not a person that I spoke to like every single day, but someone that was being on my socials, and he just kind of slid in my DMs and was like, yeah, you know, I'd love to do some work with you. And I said, yeah, now is the time. So I sent him the beat and I said, look, I need you to do this over here and that over there, to kind of just give it that extra texture. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And then he did. And then that was it, man. You know?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. So you used to be a radio DJ. So what kind of music did you used to present? How long were you radio DJ for? And what got you into radio DJing in the first place?
Oh, okay, cool. So I did that for, I'd say just under 5 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So quite some time. And basically, I'd finished uni. Yeah. Like, and basically I did a rap opera. Like, so that was like my final project. My final project was this rap opera, which is still on like YouTube, called Bear Shook. And it was on teen pregnancy. And basically what it was everyone in this rap opera was basically, it was shot like a short film, but everyone would be rapping. So say like from the doctor to the teenage girl who got pregnant, you know, the parent, everyone in it was just, it kind of had that, but it done it in such a way where, you know, it was stylized, and that got me a first, which was dope. You know what I mean?
Fantastic.
So after that, my lecturer, the one who, you know, gave me the significant amount of points for that, she was an industry lecturer, and she said to me, you know, you've done really good on this. This is great. She showed it to some industry people. And I said to her, I was like, look, I have no contacts. Like, I don't really know anyone like that. And I'm going out into the world now. Like, is there anyone you could kind of put me in touch with? And she showed it to people. And one of the people was the station manager from Westside Radio. Right. That's out to Sonny Powder. And basically he called me in. And I didn't know what he wanted me for, but I thought maybe like some engineering, because obviously I mix and stuff like that as well. Right. So I thought, maybe you want that. But he was like, yeah, I really like your voice. Your voice is good. Have you ever considered doing radio? And I was like, nah, I haven't really. And he was like, well, you know, I'd like you to try out for a show, and I'd like to use your voice for the station. So if anyone listens to Westside Radio 89.6, you'll hear my voice. My voice is still there. So it's like all over the station, which is dope. Nice. And it's just something that I never really thought about. Like, I loved radio, and I, you know, kind of envisioned hearing myself on radio. And thankfully I've been able to make that happen, like on other stations as well. But, you know, it's just interesting where this kind of music journey has taken me, because a lot of the stuff that I've done has been behind the scenes, but it's kind of allowed me to understand, you know, as an artist, how I want to deal with things. You know, like if let's say the spotlight is on me, like how I want to deal with people, no matter how big the opportunity is or how small it is, I still kind of move the way that I want to move. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. So, what made you decide that you want to be an artist?
Like I think it kind of stems back to like just late 90s, man. Like that was my era, you know what I mean? Like just kind of seeing people like Outkast, Jamiroquai.
Yes.
Like seeing Missy, like seeing their videos, Busta Rhymes.
Yes.
All these artists.
Yeah.
Like seeing them and their music videos and just wanting to be like that is kind of what made me want to be an artist. You know, like you'd learn the lines, you would do, you know, basically you dress like them, or it would kind of build you up.
Yeah.
So I love that, and I love the kind of impact it had. And music is like, obviously as an adult now, I kind of see like music as like, it's like mantras, and it can kind of be medicinal. You know, we go to music when we're sad, we go to music when we're happy. So to be able to kind of have that, where I know there's certain artists I go to for certain things, I just kind of wanted to be a part of that. And that was sick, you know. So I just said, yeah, let's make that happen. And then of course, then you get into like grime, which I love as well. Like people like Kano, who's like one of my favorites. Gets, obviously, who's doing amazing. And once again, this is someone who is like more of a senior figure in the industry, who still has something to say. Like he's evolved with the music, and I love that. I love that for him. I love that for like our scene. And yeah, just being able to see like that British people can do it as well. Because obviously I mentioned a lot of Americans. And that's great, but I am very UK orientated as well.
Definitely, yeah. So you mentioned Kano. Did you by any chance watch Top Boy?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I just had to make sure, because he's also a brilliant actor as well.
Yes, yeah.
He's a brilliant actor as well. Like the scene that hit me the most was when that young boy that he was kind of mentoring and stuff like that, when you watched him die in the fire.
Yeah.
And like the way his face, like the way the camera just captured his facial expression, it wasn't blank, but at the same time you could see all his emotion with it. Oh, like it was brilliant.
A bit of him died. When he went into the sea, just kind of just lying there.
Like,
I don't do this no more.
Oh man, I like. Honestly, I don't listen to a lot of Kano's music. I'm not gonna lie, but P's and Q's, the beat alone is mad. I just have to say that. Like, I know that's old school, like ways in his career, but yeah. So shout out to Kano. Big classic. So, do you have any new projects coming out soon?
Well, I you know, during like last year, I kind of had a plan. You know, and I have like a regular producer that I work with. Shouts out to Low Dog. He, like, we have like loads of stuff that's kind of in the works, like more than in the works. I mean, a big percentage of stuff that you would consider done, but for me, it's kind of like, I thought as a creative, kind of being at home a lot more, I would be able to thrive. And it wasn't really that. Like last year was like just adapting to being at home and living life. I did release a single last year as well, but just like this year is more like about singles for me, because I want to just kind of show my consistency as an artist and show the different sides to me, because I obviously struggle rapper is one single that I have this out now, which is like, you know, very soulful type of hip hop, quite introspective, and then another title with rapper in it called, you know, Them Other Rappers. I will stay away from rappers after this.
Are you sure?
I promise. But yeah, this, like, this year for me is about consistency and just about showing people the layers of what I can do, because there's so many different elements to what I do, like visually and audio wise, and just making sure that there's a whole package. Do you know?
Yeah. Okay, I can like that. That's cool. So where can we find you on socials?
You can find me mostly on Instagram,
Right.
Krash Williams with a K, and YouTube, Krash Williams, Twitter, Krash Williams, pretty much everywhere.
Okay.
You know, Krash Williams with a K.
Cool. Well, it's been great speaking with you, Krash Williams.
Yes, thank you, Jojo.
You're welcome. No problem at all. So have a great rest of the day, yeah?
Thank you. You too. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
And that's a wrap with episode 37. Thank you so much for your time, Krash Williams. I'll be back next Tuesday with yet another episode for you to enjoy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. Everything regarding the podcast is on linktree/TMT_podcast. You'll find Spotify, YouTube, all the social media. Until then, have a great day and have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.